What's up, guys? So thanks for joining me on this 10:30 live stream here on clickorlando.com or News 6 Plus. You'll be able to find this later, possibly over on YouTube. But we have a pop-up today at a busy location. No significant event happening at here where I'm located, but there is one of the largest 4th of July events taking place this weekend, or excuse me, Monday out here. So where am I? I am here right at the heart of Cranes Roost Park in Altamont Springs. Altamont Springs hosts Red Hot and Boom, a huge, guys, not small, huge event that I like to watch from a very far distance. But if you do come out to this event, it can be a great time if you're prepared or if you're willing to deal with some of the heat and, of course, the large amount of people. So with a large amount of people, we have to talk safety. The world we live in right now, obviously, proactive safety is one of the biggest things we can take as individuals. So you're not walking around with a scared mindset. And I'm not talking about all these crazy things. I'm just simply talking about being prepared for the event and location that you are going to. And safety may not necessarily mean like having an escape route, even though we'll talk about that also. But I'm talking about show up hydrated, things like that. Be prepared before you actually leave your home to get to the event. So we're out here, it's nice and calm, but what you will see is there's a lot of utility crews up and down right now around Cranes Roost Park. Their multiple parking spaces have already kind of been blocked off in preparation for the event. So big thing that you should know if you're getting ready to come out here, maybe not for the event, but say you're an Altamont resident, Longwood, Lake Mary, Apopka even, Castleberry, you live around here, or you're a frequent visitor of Cranes Roost on the weekends. Tomorrow morning, January 1st, listen to me, July 1st, they will have all the parking areas closed leading up to the event. So all weekend, there will be no parking out in this area. Also, you'll see an increased presence of law enforcement presence, both multiple jurisdictions out here. So what I mean by that, when I say jurisdictions, different agencies. It will not be just the Altamont Police Department. Altamont is a city that's located in a county, giving the county more jurisdiction also, and mutual aid gets signed. So you will see multiple different agencies out here assisting with safety, traffic control, loss prevention, things like that. And you want to make sure that you're just aware of it. They're there simply to help. If you're here in Altamont Springs and you see a Longwood Police Department, they're here to help you. So you can approach them. They're on the same working frequency as everybody else, along with all the extra utility folks, the Parks and Recreation, all the civilian departments that are doing serious work. I've been out here for about an hour already, just hanging out. I've met so many of you guys. You guys brought your dogs. Appreciate it. And Road and Bridge out here. You've got Parks and Recreation is out here, and they're already on stage working. It is Africa hot. I joke and say this all the time, like I'm seeing zebra in the street right now. So we're going to get out. I want to test the capability of the body camera and the distance of the body camera. So I am going to take my phone with me just in case I lose connection, and either my web team or my engineer can give me a holler and let me know, hey Steve, we lost you, man. But things are looking good out here. It's so nice. I love the Florida heat. So many people are like, man, this is ridiculous. It's Florida. What did you expect? Which leads me, one of the biggest biggest safety tips I can give you is being physically prepared. I'm not saying you're about to come out here and run a marathon, but what I am saying is you're going to be hanging out, possibly drinking adult beverages, soda, caffeinated beverages, sugar beverages, and stuff like that. The last thing you're thinking about is your personal hydration until it's too late, until you're like, man, I'm thirsty, or I'm not feeling so good. My fingers are tingling. If you're at that point, your day's done. So if you're going to come out for such a large event and plan for it, don't waste your plans. It's hot out today. You should already be drinking water. You should already be hydrated. Slip in the Gatorade. Eat even a Pedialyte in every other couple of days in summer. Not going to hurt you. To come out here not prepared physically, you're setting up first responders to kind of be unmanned now because they have to pay attention to you for something that is a completely avoidable, right? So my nifty little GoPro here, body cam, up and going. Get that up. We're gonna get out. I'm gonna go show you what was really cool here a second ago. The Seminole County Sheriff's Office dive team was out here. So cool. The amount of resources that go into a planning of an event like this. So many people in the community don't even understand the amount of staff that goes into putting an event like this together. And you just go and attend, but you got to show that appreciation. You have to make sure that you are, coming out having a good time responsibly. Looking for the auto channel on the body cam here. We'll go out, check it out. It's hot. Who would have ever thought, at least I didn't, I'm not a techie, you could live stream from a GoPro camera. Am I showing that I'm kind of old? Is it possible? I'm not old. All right, guys, let's get out. Let's hop out. Let's check this thing out. I'm going to switch out real quick and we'll hop out. Hold on. All right, so like I mentioned, we're out here with Results 1, mobile and live, here at Cranes Roost Park in Altamont Springs. So I'm at the Eddie Rose Amphitheater, if you know where that's at. I'll be here for a couple more minutes. Results 1, hanging out, all the crews doing their thing. So many people. I love the dedication that goes into putting an event like this together. So let's see if we can go across the street. We'll go across here, look both ways all the time. A lot of pedestrians, drivers, pay attention. So the crews are out here and it's so awesome. Look at this. This area will be packed, and when you're around a lot of people, you need to be situationally aware. So let's talk about a few things. Before you get out here, have a plan. So a plan A and a plan B. Where are you going to try to park? And then your secondary spot. And then when you park there, drop a pin. What do I mean by a pin? iPhone maps, Android maps, Google Maps, whatever. Drop a location to where your phone, where your car is located at. That will save you the time and stress, and then of course a really good picture to give you an area of where your car's at. Share that with everybody that you're attending. That's going to help you out a little bit because you don't need to get lost. Then of course, closer to the area, set a rally point. Make sure that you all have a landmark to, in case someone gets lost, hey, let's meet at Morano's maybe, over at the restaurant, or the third American flag light pole. I don't know, talking off the cuff. You set that up, you understand what I'm talking about. Then of course, maybe pictures of everybody before you leave the house. Why am I saying this? This sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous, I know that. But if I didn't share it with you, I'd feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So taking a picture with you or anybody else allows in case someone gets lost, so that you're able to identify the person. If you're coming here with children and that child happens to wander off, and then you go and contact all the different authorities that are here, hey, this is what Michelle looks like. This is what she's wearing today. Easy. Even a family picture before you guys go out. It doesn't need to be like, hey Michelle, stand right there. Let me take the photo so when you get lost I can give it to the police. And then, of course, when you get here, take a second to understand your exits. Okay? So I'm not saying, even if an emergency didn't happen, what happens if a weather event occurred, right? So just like our meteorologist, our web team, and everybody has been informing you, there's a 50% coverage on Tuesday, possibly leading up, and then a 40% coverage, I believe they said, on Monday. So a weather event could occur where lightning strikes, someone could get scared, and now a crowd starts to move. You and your party need to have kind of a plan. Like, okay, cool. If we're here hanging out, when things happen, we're going to head towards Murano's because that's where we're parked at. Young man getting his fitness in. So if the crowd started to move here and everyone started to scatter, at least you, your party, we're using the name Michelle, would know, hey, mom, dad, brother, sister said we're going to meet over towards Murano's. So that's where that would occur. I hope I'm making sense with you guys, because at the end of the day, this isn't just about keeping it common sense. Common sense safety is my thing, and I want to make sure that you have it. So if you're currently trying to find where we're watching right now, you can watch us over at News 6 Plus. And you hop on your TV, you click the News 6 Plus app, and then the live streaming. And we're currently streaming live there and over at clickorlando.com, of course. We're here till, what time is it? 10:40. We got a lot of good stuff. So let's walk over here to the other side of the amphitheater. So what have we talked about? We've talked about making sure you're hydrated, right, before you get out here. Because I'm telling you right now, it's hot. I'm not hydrated, and I'm already extremely thirsty. Plus, I'm talking a mile a minute to you guys. So to ensure you show up hydrated, no soda a couple of days before, get out here, and then you can have a good time, right? Know where you parked, pictures, drop a pin, and then share it with everyone in your group, and then someone who's not in your group, all right? And then when you get here, take one moment to look around and understand where you're at and where your party is going to go if an emergency happened. Okay? Cool. A few other things. Limit the amount of stuff that you bring. More stuff you bring, the more stuff you have to watch, and then, of course, the more stuff you've got a chance of being stolen from you. So backpacks and stuff are usually limited. I'm going to see if I could step down here. We're going to try to go down the stairs. I'm not sure if the signal is going to maintain. I'm going to hold my phone here. You guys are in the early stages of On Patrol, so if I lose the signal, we'll find out. We're going to try to maintain the signal, come down here so we can see some of the rules for Red Hot and Boom for Monday. So, end times and entertainment. Let's check it out. You guys want to check it out with me here? So event hours, 4 to 11. Fireworks is scheduled at 9:30 p.m., weather permitting, so things could get moved around. So again, this event is free and open to the public. Concessions going to be available, but you want to show up and be hydrated before you get here. I'm trying to find all the major rules and events, some awesome people that will be here, all the fun stuff there. So when you're here, just understand this whole area will be slam packed. So the whole idea is to come out here and have a good time. Have a good time. So I'm just getting nervous because I have no monitor and I'm not sure if I'm still with you yet. All right, so all the things we covered: backpacks, phones, lanyard. So my better half, she likes to keep this long lanyard on her phone, and to me it makes absolutely no sense until we're out in a big event and or at a theme park, and I'm always like, I get it. You're able to really keep more control of your phone. You can tie it to yourself if you needed to, tie it to a fanny pack of some sorts, and then you could be good to go from there. What other little fun things? I try to keep this simple, guys. This is not about scaring anybody. It's just about being prepared. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that they're like, hey, Steve, my car broke down. Do you have a full-size jack in your small personal car? Yes, I do. So it's about simple preparation, because when you're not prepared, that's when things happen, and that's when panic sets in. And listen, we don't want panic. I'll address the elephant in the room. Last year, obviously, there was an incident over in the city of Orlando because of people ultimately panicking and over some irresponsible people throwing some fireworks. And a herd mentality kicked in, an entire crowd, and it scared a lot of people. So within the past year, News 6, my investigators, all of us have been trying to get results in educating folks on situational awareness, mental health, how to stay calm, and to really be more prepared for events that you might consider simple or routine. Heck, that's why I'm here at News 6, right? To talk about the things that most of us don't think about, just to poke that little side of your brain. So again, Altamont Springs, it's so nice outside. Beautiful, beautiful. Some traffic out here this morning, but most of it's utility workers. A lot of utility workers out here. They've got their little cars just cruising around. Everyone just hanging out. Oh, that's a nice Beamer. Man, I miss my Challenger. I used to have one of these. It was nice. But now, she's nicer. All right, so we'll come across. I'm going to use pedestrian crosswalk marked. It's a fancy one, but I know this looks heavy pedestrian, that you can just walk where you can, but you always just need to be prepared, because the drivers are usually not. Altamont PD, Community Services is out here. They're setting up, getting the lane closures closed. Lane closures closed. You like that? This is what I'm talking a mile a minute to you guys. And lose my train. Isn't she gorgeous? Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate what results looks like? So, little fun thing. When I was a full-time trooper, I was so glad that I got on early enough in the law enforcement time. I got to have an assigned Crown Vic. They really don't exist anymore. But it was like a Christmas tree. This is a Christmas tree. All right, let's get back in results one. It's hot. So preparation, I believe is probably the biggest key. Preparation is probably the biggest key to the whole coming out to any event. I can tell you a million things to do. I can put a checklist together of things to do. But if you're not going to do them or take the time to just think about them, what's it worth? Right? So if you've got time, family meetings, they don't all need to be about when bad things happen. They should be happening before they happen, so that they don't happen, right? The idea of having a plan, I don't think is a bad thing. So I encourage everyone to have that talk. Sit down, even if it's just you and your friend. Say you and your roommate are going out. Even you're going out to the club or you're going downtown. I don't do that often anymore, but say you're doing something like that and you're going out in an environment where you don't know anybody, there's a party atmosphere, the thought of something could go wrong is possible. So you should have these talks. And whether you're in college, whether you're in high school, whether you're a grown adult, preparing for the worst is not, there's a word I'm looking for here. Just draw a blank. It's not being paranoid. Like, people think, man, Steve, you are ready for everything all the time. Why not? Like, I'd rather be ready than when it happens, I'm sitting there frozen, looking confused, right? So you've got to be aware. Let's, it is close to 11 o'clock.
An adult.
I figured
Preparing for the worst
let's go for a drive. Let's drive around Crane Roost. Let's wrap this thing up mobily, and we'll head back towards the office in just a second here. So I'm gonna back on out of here. Yes, I hear the alert. Got to meet some amazing folks today. It was really cool. From Apopka, Longwood, the whole thing. And the fact that you guys understand what we're into is really cool. So if you're seeing a lot of construction indicators here, it's not construction. They put up these barriers so that the landscaping does not get destroyed from the amount of people that attend, which, if that gives you an idea, they're putting it around bushes and grass. That should be a good idea that, whoa, they're expecting herds of people. And yeah, they kind of are. So we're going to pull into the parking lot over here, get turned around. So if you're just joining us, I'm sorry. Wish you could have joined us a little earlier, but this will exist over at clickorlando.com and of course on News 6 Plus. But we're live on a Trooper Steve on Patrol pop-up over at Cranes Roost Park in Orlando, and I appreciate you taking a second to either hop on your phone and hop in the car with me today. But we're surrounded by large events. Events are going to be happening nonstop. Every city in our area appears to be doing something, and we need to kind of be ready for that. So this is what happens when you go into a parking lot that you're not familiar with. I'm lost. But I didn't want to make an illegal U-turn, so I went into the parking lot. But appreciate you joining us. There are events going to be happening everywhere, not just here in Altamont, where I'm currently lost in a parking lot, but Sanford, Longwood is having an event tomorrow, Saturday night. And then, of course, our huge, the News 6 sponsored event where we have, it's such a great time. So many people converge in Lake Eola. Fireworks at the fountain, where I will be there all day long. But I'm going to have an amazing partner in crime. Crystal Moyer is going to be with me. We're going to be over on the World of Beer side over there. You will not miss us. We Results One will be there along with our amazing sponsors over at Gibson Truck World. They are going to be having some of their trucks out there, hanging out, and of course the News 6 swag tent. So we're going to go for one more drive through the main area of Cranes Roost Park and the amphitheater there, where all of the festivities for Red Hot and Boom will be happening. If you're going to be coming out here, a few simple quick tips, I'll put it in a nutshell. Be prepared before you get here. If you know you're going to any event, festival, carnival, fireworks show, whatever, then you kind of should be prepared. So be hydrated. Stopping for a gentleman here, wanted to walk across the crosswalk, so we're going to make sure that he gets across okay. Be prepared, hydrating, planning what you're going to take with you, minimize your baggage. I mean your physical bags, like don't bring your ex, whatever, but you know what I mean. So, but coming out here and being prepared is going to allow you to have a really good time. Once you get here, where are your exits and entrances? How are you getting in? How are you going to get out? Where'd you leave your car? Did you drop PIN? Did you share it with everybody that's there and maybe someone else that's not? And then not to be hyping or make you panic, take a group photo before you guys head out so everyone knows what everyone's wearing. And if anyone gets lost and you need some help, you're able then to share that with authorities with a seriously current image of what the lost party looks like. So, what else? You know, one thing I'll leave you with. One thing, and this is a little inside tip as a cop. The cop mentality. And I'm pretty sure a lot of my brothers and sisters out there could agree with me a little bit. I'll give you that tip real quick. 1 second. Before we're going to get out of here. Altamont PD's out here, y'all. And check it out. That's a Nissan Titan with blue lights. So you need to behave yourself out here. Because you never know what they've got. Minivans, all that jazz. So, okay. What was I saying? I was going to share a tip with you. But first I need to put the AC up because it is hot. There is a mental thing that we do. I say we, and I won't speak collectively, but majority of folks that will understand if they have the same mentality. Stress happens a lot, and in today's society, when it happens publicly, it can really throw you off. It can be traumatic. It can cause emotional distress. And I do believe a lot of that is caused by the instant jar of adrenaline and not having control of the situation and truly panicking. And if I can give you something, it might help, it might not, if a situation ever to occur. A conscious pause of reality. And what I mean by that is when you see a group running or a crowd running or you think something has occurred, mentally address it immediately. Crowd's running, my group's okay, let me calmly think I'm gonna stay calm. And I say this and it's so weird and it's hard to explain, but it's about a conscious acknowledgement that you're in a situation, but you still have control of you. So if you can make sense of that tip, that's what I leave you with anytime you're out in public and something stressful happens. But as long as you're prepared, you're going to be good to go. So guys, I appreciate you guys joining me on this pop-up today. We talked about a wide range of things on how to be prepared for a major event going out and just simple things so you don't got to be stressed. Big thing, drink water. It's hot. And don't stress out. So I'll leave you with a little bit of the stream of the drive as we head back to Results headquarters in Results 1. You guys have an amazing Friday. Drive safely out there. Have an amazing weekend. And I will catch you Monday. Be safe.